Logan, he's been waiting a long time to hear it. Let's see what we got to say.
All right, Brandon, it's my pleasure to present to you the AMA National #1 plate for the 4x4 ATV Pro Class. Congratulations.
Let's hear it, folks. Brandon Frazier's the champ.
Hey guys, welcome back to Pro Row 784. We're out in the shop tonight working on another project, and then this is Brandon, your 2024 Pro 4x4 champ. And what do we got working on this thing? This doesn't look like a Renegade, Brandon.
It's not a Renegade.
So,
it's a whole different ball game, I can tell you that. Yeah, we are tearing down a YFZ. Me personally, I've never tore down one, or at least one of the newer styles. We had B&R built us a couple bikes years ago, and really haven't rehabbed them since then, and it's time for rehabbing. So
Brandon, what Brandon's doing is, so typically in the wintertime, Brandon gets off the Renegade and he rides the Yfz450 just to save on the Renegades and that kind of stuff. Long story short, it's been a while, and it's time that this quad gets torn down and gets refurbished, and that's what we're here doing. So this will be Brandon's quad to race and ride on this winter. I was going to show you guys something else. The other day, if you guys listened to our podcast, we were talking about the Chick-fil-A little thingy, whatever the hell they call it here. This is it. It did not have a number. I thought it had numbers on it, but it didn't. But we ended up not using it. But what we were going to do is we were going to take this thing and cut in half and then merely put this inside of his gauntlets to sort of hold up the gauntlet off of his hand. But anyway, I ended up finding that the other day here in the shop, and I wanted to show you guys that. This is the Renegade I've been working on here. Pretty much got the front end completely rebuilt. Got some new Kaiser stuff on it, that kind of stuff. But been trying to rebuild the front end, tie rod ends, tie rods, J-parts bushings, J-parts pitman arm. I put a Gncc shield on there. You can see Gnc's got like a nice little shield here to block the exhaust heat from heating and melting our power steering units. So Brandon, I can tell you right now, this thing's certainly a lot easier than what the darn Renegades are to tear down. I can tell you that.
I mean, a Renegade, honestly, you can
not that bad, really.
I mean, I've done enough of them now to know what I'm doing. Obviously, this is new to me, so it's a little different. I'm trying to make sure I remember where everything's going to go.
Right. Right.
I mean, trust me, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
A lot less bolts, a lot less going on for sure. But the Renegades aren't too bad either. Put them together takes time because we're making sure everything's 110%. So when we put it on the ground, it's ready to go race. We don't have to go practice it.
Right.
Obviously we do, but we want to make sure we're not leaving stuff loose. There's so many nuts and bolts that we take off that thing. We got to make sure to put back on and all that kind of stuff. This looks a lot easier to me, but
All right, so Brandon, so we got everything torn apart. This is the 2016. Got a few things still got to do. Got to get the whatever wrench that takes there to get that off of there. We currently don't have that. Gncc Racing will have that up there in North Carolina. So yeah, so what's happening is we are going to spend Thanksgiving up there with them and do a little bit of riding and some track building and that kind of stuff up at Gncc Racing. And also picked up some of Brandon's belongings up there, including one quad that we had for a backup quad. It'll come home now for FTR practice, that kind of stuff. So we're building a new one there for him for next season, and then this season's quad will be the backup. It'll stay at Santos at Gncc in North Carolina. So we're going up there to do a couple things, and then going to ride a little bit while we're up there. And then Coating Solutions is also there in North Carolina, just outside of Shelby there, and they're one of Brandon's major sponsors. They do all the powder coating and all the powder coating that you see on the bumpers and that kind of stuff on Brandon's quad and the frames. Coating Solutions did for us, and we appreciate those guys. And if you guys got any upcoming builds and that kind of such, they'll certainly hook you up. So do a very, very good job and some really, really good powder coating. So that's where this frame is going. So what we had to tear it all down, right, Brandon? We had to tear it all down so we can take it to North Carolina with us, and we're going to try to get it powder coated while we're up there, possibly, and then turn around and bring it right back with us, and that way we can put this thing together. So for the most part, it worked out pretty good, Brandon. Just a lot of things that we don't know, right?
I mean, I'm excited to put it back together because it's going to be a lot cleaner, a lot easier to work with, because this thing was pretty not in the best shape.
2016 has had several seasons on it, so.
It's been used, so I mean, there's a bunch of like little stuff that we got to replace, a lot of bushings, bearings, all kinds of chain guide, like just all kinds of little stuff that we're gonna do, and should ride like a new one. I don't know exactly what we're gonna be running for. I guess you can get it
FTR or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know what we may run a Renegade. I'm hoping we
just
get this thing done.
Yeah, it depends on, and if we don't make it in the 1 December, you got the one in January. So. Yeah. Of Brooksville. So
the goal was to get this one done, but there's a lot of little stuff that's got to happen on top of building our 2025 Renegade over there as well. So
right. We're sort of stopped on that because we're waiting on a couple of components from our sponsors. So
also
and the vendors.
Vacationing. Obviously, it's Christmas, Thanksgiving time, so this makes it kind of hard to build things and work a lot on stuff because you're busy doing other things.
Here, BNR built this motor for us. We've just essentially freshened it up, and it's not been long since we did a cylinder and a piston, that kind of stuff. We're going to buy a new clutch for it, a Henson clutch basket and all that stuff. We want to go ahead and put all that stuff brand new, and but other than that, I think we're pretty good here. We're not going to go into the bottom end, just going to do the top end. I don't know if he's going to get a new set of plastics or not. I'm not sure. I know he's getting new Nerf bars, getting a new skid plate. What we did is we put all the YFZ stuff in those totes there, right, Brandon?
Yep.
So try to keep some of this stuff organized. This is some of my eBay stuff, and most of my eBay stuff is in those totes over there. So, all right, Brandon. So let's call it a night, and we'll come out here tomorrow. We'll pressure wash and clean this thing, and just tighten up everything and finish everything up so we can.
So when we get it up there, it's ready to be done what we need to get done, and then obviously you got to bring it back and assemble it all.
Yep, and I got somebody texting me over there, and I'm sure it's your mom. Yep. So it's getting pretty late. So we got a long day at work tomorrow, and trying to get everything done and caught up. Right now, things are crazy busy, so just trying to get it all done. So, all right. So as always, guys, I appreciate you guys watching the videos, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the shop video today. Not much content here. We just tore down a 4-wheeler here, but for the most part, we're alive and we're out working and getting things done and
working on stuff that been put on the back burner for a little while that we needed to attend to. So stuff we had to get done.
We're no different than all you guys either. It's a situation whenever you race all season, and it seems like you're racing every weekend. You just don't get to some of these projects. So we're trying to get to a lot of these projects so we can get ahead of them and get them all completed so we can have a good 2025. So we're going to have fun next season.
We should start with some fresh stuff, so we should be good.
Yeah. All right, guys. Catch you later.